And we should be live. I'm gonna just test this out and see if we are live and rolling. Uh, Test the audio. Yes, we are live. Right. So, welcome to the live stream. And today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be testing out ChatGPT 4.0 Mini. We're going to try and break it if possible. But if you guys are watching, remember to leave a comment or potentially even a question as well. You've got me for the next hour, so you may as well ask me some questions. So let's just share my screen and we'll actually take a look at the actual update notes that OpenAI has released. Um, so you guys should be able to see this now. But GPT 4.0 Mini Advanced Cost Efficient Intelligence. What I think, or from what I read briefly, is that it looks like it is a lot quicker than ChatGPT 3.5, and it's also able to extract a little bit more information and stuff. So basically, what um, OpenAI have done is they are looking to potentially compete with Claude Haiku. Um, what will be interesting to see is if ChatGPT 4.0 Mini is actually connected to the internet. Um, and a few other things as well. They have also mentioned that they have partnered up with ramp.com. Not entirely certain what ramp.com do. Let's take a look. It looks like it's potentially like a, a gateway for like processing cash, so maybe like a Stripe equivalent. And they've also partnered up with superhuman.com as well. And this kind of looks like well, actually, is the superhuman AI. Um, yeah, this kind of looks like a version of OpenAI, to say the least. I'm not entirely certain what each of these two companies do, but that's who they've partnered up with. They are also claiming that ChatGPT 4.0 Mini is it has the best evaluation score out of Gemini, Flash, Claude Haiku, and also 3.5. So it's like second best on everything that they've actually analyzed. So this is going to be interesting. We're gonna see what it actually looks like in comparison to all other tools as well. So let's get into it. Obviously, I believe it is also free as well. Is it free? ChatGPT free plus. ChatGPT free plus and team members will be yeah. So everyone can actually use ChatGPT 4.0. Um, I think the first test is probably let's get it to actually write us a article. So if we actually go to the search results and let's pick a keyword. Let's do accident, injury, lawyers, New York. I think that that should be a good enough. Yeah, we'll do that. Um, write me a SEO article to do with the following keyword. We'll do this. And I think what we also probably want to do as well is maybe give it a little bit of guidance because this prompt has never worked, even on like other AI tools and stuff. So let's do I want you to make it semantically, um, or actually, I want you to use LSIs and secondary keywords. Make certain to use the keyword in the first sentence of the article. What we'll also do as well is we will go over to Claude Haiku. This looks like it's doing its own thing now. And we'll try to compare it against Claude, because Claude Haiku, they're saying that it is actually, equivalent. So we'll do the same here, and we will hit enter, and we'll also use Autoblogging as well. Autoblogging is like an AI content writing tool, so it should perform the best. That's my assumption here. If not, um, we're gonna have to get some testing. So if I just grab the keyword, basically I'm gonna go over to here. We'll do this, and we'll head over to a Autoblogging. We'll also give it a source context as well, because we've also basically given, both the tools a little bit of source context as well. So what I will say is, for example, let's just pick a, um, we'll pick a law firm in the US, right? So what we'll say in this prompt is we will say, "I am the," or actually, "We are a accident law firm based in New York. Our law firm is called the Barnes." Oh, the Barnes Farm. We might need to actually space this out. And um, we'll say something along the lines of, "We I want people to fill in the form or phone us at, make the article informative," right? So we've given it a little bit of a prompt here. We are an accident law firm based in New York. Our law firm is called the Barnes Farm. Um, Actually, let me even get rid of the speech marks. The Barnes Farm. I want people to fill in the form or phone us at 800 quadruple 0. Make the article informative, and we will do search SERPs. So this will take a couple of minutes, but while this is happening, we'll take a look at the actual article that ChatGPT 4.0 Mini started writing out. So, if you've been involved in an accident and you're seeking legal assistance, accident injury lawyers in New York can be your best allies in navigating complexities of personal injury law. Uh, so it's talking about like the benefits, the secondary. So it's talking about, it's actually used secondary keywords as a subheading, so that's not a great start. What to look out for in a accident injury lawyer. When selecting an accident injury lawyer, look for experience, reputation, communication skills, contingency fees, and then conclusion. Um, One thing that I would probably say, that this looks a little bit short. Now, again, if you've watched my video yesterday about the all of the different ranking factors, I did actually mention that article length doesn't actually matter. But in some cases, like, for example, I just know that this probably isn't gonna be enough to rank. Let's take a look at Claude Haiku. Um, here is an SEO article for the keyword "accident injury" with LSI's keywords and secondary, right? Navigating the complexities of first of all, I don't like this, page title, but we'll move on. When you or a loved one has been involved in an accident, injury, the right legal representation can be crucial. Accident injury lawyers in New York, that's good. It's got the keyword in the actual first paragraph. Specialize in helping individuals navigate the often complex and overwhelming process of speaking. Da, 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 da. So this is not great either, if I'm being honest. It's not got any subheadings, nothing like that. So straight out of the box, both of these probably fail for me. Going back to Autoblogging, what we'll actually do is we will tick the actual the competitors that actually are in comparison to us. So what I'm actually doing here is I've actually picked out, pages that are ranking with a inner page. I'm actually ignoring home pages for this. And what I'll do here is I'll pick these 2 as well, create a outline based on the outlines on the competition. So this will take a few extra minutes, in comparison to ChatGPT and stuff. But let's try and actually in the meantime, while this is doing its thing, let's try and make these articles, a little bit better, right? So I think what I could probably do here is I could definitely give it a little bit more source context. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna say that the source context of this article is, my law firm is called, do, 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 do. We have 20 years experience. Can you or actually the s the scope of this article should be people either filling out the contact form or phoning, we'll go back to here, we'll grab this number. Can you rewrite this article? So we will enter that, and we'll also do the same thing here, and we'll also say, can you include subheadings for this article? So we'll do that while that's doing its thing. Um, it'll be interesting to see what both of these come back with. To be fair, one thing I will say is that I think that ChatGPT might be a little bit quicker, in this case. It does definitely look like it is, it looks like it's a little bit quicker, uh, when we are comparing it all together. But let's take a look, right? So let's first of all compare, ChatGPT. If you've been recently involved, the Barnes firm, your trusted accent lawyers in New York are here, able to assist you with over 20 years of experience. Why trust them? Our comprehensive legal services, court representation, the advantages of using local experts. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Again, there's a lot of things that this is probably missing, I would say. Let's take a look at this. Trusted accident injury lawyers in New York navigate the legal landscape after an accident. When you or a loved one leveraging local expertise, proven track records of experience. Again, this looks like a very, very short article for what we need it. Like, if we even just look at this, there's a lot of questions that you need to be answering, within this article, like how much does it cost? What can I claim? How much are your fees? Stuff like that. Let's see if auto blogging does a better job, right? So we've obviously got keywords here, and then entities found. One in this case, entities, I would be unticking some of like the names um, of other law firms. So we're gonna actually national trial lawyers. Da, 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 da. We're gonna untick some of these just so it's a little bit more on point. And let's take a look. Right. So this is what I mean, right? What is the Barnes what is the Barnes firm? Who are the Barnes firms? What type of cases do Barnes firms handle? Why should you hire? This already, like, just from the outline, it looks a lot better, you know. How to contact, what to expect when you contact, how to prepare for your case. Um, see, a lot of these questions weren't actually, answered in the auto blogging example. So We could probably go back and forth with each of these, and start answering, like, some of the frequently asked questions, like, if we actually take a look, um, where is the frequently asked question? I got Infinity Scroll on. It looks like I do. So that's quite annoying. Let's see if I can not have Infinity Scroll. There we go. So you've got best car accident lawyers in New York City, personal injury lawyer Brooklyn. You've got people also search. What about the also asked? People also ask, how much do injury lawyers take in New York City? Is it worth getting personal injury lawyer for a car accident? What is considered a serious injury in a car accident in New York? How long after an accident can you sue for a personal injury in New York? So all both like the ChatGPT and also, Claude Haiku, they didn't actually mention any of that, which is not good, but what you could do is you can always just copy these, and we can obviously say, "Can you also include these questions, in the article?" And then we'll also do the same for Claude Haiku as well and see what it comes back with. The one annoying part to this is when you are actually using Claude Haiku, when you would copy this over to your website, it's probably not formatted correctly, whereas with ChatGPT, it is actually, formatted. So that's one annoying feature with Claude. But is it worth getting a personal injury? Yes, hiring a personal injury or yeah, that seems a little bit better now. Um, it's probably like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. But let's see what Autoblog actually come back with, right? So Autoblogging, it's obviously took a little bit longer than both of these. It is obviously paid and stuff. But if we actually take a look, if you've been in an accident, in New York, you might be overwhelmed or unsure of the next steps. Yes, this is a lot better, the intro. These 2, uh, if you've recently been involved in an accident, need legal support, the Barnes firm so a this is probably my 2nd favorite, whereas with Haiku, when you or a loved one has been involved in accidents, possible injuries. It's got a little bit more fluff, I think, Claude Haiku. So right now, the intro, I would probably say Autoblogging number 1, ChatGPT 4o Mini number 2, and then Claude Haiku number 3. So then it is obviously talking about what is the Barnes firm. Have we got a section about what is the Barnes firm? The Barnes firm for your local expert. Choosing the local I would pro so it's good that it's actually mentioned this in the content, but I would actually like it a little bit higher up the page. It's probably gonna actually increase conversion rate, and also from an on-page SEO point of view, I would want this higher up on the page, mainly because you can actually do more internal linking. So, for example, you can actually say in this section a few different services that you actually offer. So, I mean, it's good that it's actually mentioned it in the content, but it's too low down in the page for my liking. So now let's take a look at Claude Haiku. Has it actually mentioned our law firm? No, it's not. Contact the Barnes firm. I mean, it's mentioned the law firm, but it's not actually mentioned that we've got our team at the Barnes firm can help you understand the. Yeah, it's not looking great for Haiku. Again, I would probably say, 1, 2, and then 3. Content length. So it's actually mentioned the actual email, is that correct? Contact. Info at I don't know how Autoblogging has got that, email. Um, hmm. That's interesting. So it's obviously mentioned throughout the content, um, the call to action, which is probably the most important part. 270 Madison Avenue 4th. Is that correct? New York, 270 Madison Avenue. Oh, it's actually not correct. That's interesting. I don't know where it would have got that. Um, but what is it situated in mid Manhattan? Manhattan. So this has actually hallucinated. This is one thing that I would always recommend you guys do, whether it's from Autoblogging, whether it's from Claude Haiku. Definitely, make certain that everything that is actually mentioned is factual. I don't know where it's got this email and where it's actually got this, address. So that's a couple things, but one thing that's actually pretty important about both of these is or all 3 of these, is that, with Autoblogging, it's continuously, mentioned get in contact, email us, even if it obviously has mentioned it incorrectly, it's gonna take you, like, 2 seconds to fix the address and to replace this email, right? Whereas with, ChatGPT, if we actually take a look at it, it's obviously just mentioned the contact section just at the bottom and obviously here as well, but it's not actually mentioning getting in touch or phoning us at all throughout the content, which is again, it's super important. We don't just care about getting traffic. We want that traffic to actually convert, and then with Claude Haiku, it's not done a great job either. So that's my thoughts on it so far. Um Let's just take a look at the actual FAQ section. So, what is the rules of an accident injury? How do I know if I need an accident injury lawyer? Can I afford to hire? How do I choose the right accident injury lawyer in New York? What types of accidents do accident injury lawyers in New York handle? What should I do if I'm unable to come to your office for a consultation? So those are pretty decent FAQs. Obviously, with ChatGPT 4.0 Mini and obviously Claude Haiku, we actually had to feed in the, FAQ section, so the frequently asked questions. So again, 0 out of 10, 0 out of 10. Again, like, there's nothing really to compare the FAQ sections to, so it's probably a little bit unfair of me just 10 out of 10, but, yeah, the FAQ section for Autoblogging is obviously done a good job. With these 2, it's not great. You're gonna need to feed it a lot more, um, questions. So yeah, that's been my comparison of ChatGPT versus Claude.ai versus Autoblogging. I hope you guys have enjoyed this quick live stream. It wasn't too long, it was just a little bit over 20 minutes. But if you guys have enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, and if you guys do want a free 15-minute consultation for your website or your business, make sure to check the link down below. And also, I do have a private cohort as well that you guys can join. So thank you all for watching.